Hey guys, what we have here is a NECA Predators Series 9 Jungle Disguise Dutch Schaefer action figure. I believe this figure is slated to be released on June 2013. If you're wondering how I got it early, I entered the NECA Jungle Disguise contest that NECA put on where you had to cover yourself in mud. And I was one of the winners of that contest. So I just wanted to do a quick review of this figure because I noticed there are no reviews right now. And if you guys are a big fan of Arnold Schwarzenegger and Dutch Schaefer as I am, I know you're biting at the bit to take a look at this figure. And I'm no Pixel Dan or any major reviewer by any means, but I'll do my best to, show you guys this figure, so just bear with me on that. The figure comes packed in its standard 25th anniversary card back, like we've seen Series 8 Dutch figures released with. This figure has a really nice pack out if you're a mint and card collector. You can see like the bow and arrow is up front and the torch with the flame, and there are a lot of goodies actually behind him, more accessories than I actually thought was going to come with this figure. So we'll take a look at that when we bust into this guy and let him out of his plastic prison here. Side still has the 25th anniversary logo. Back of the card, similar to Series 8, it shows your other Dutch figure in this line that's coming out, the shirtless Dutch with the vest, the Water Emergence Predator, and again, the Jungle Disguise Dutch there, and it has the write-up on the Predator there, a picture of Arnold there. So, real nice card, again, very similar to the Series 8. So, let's get this guy out and take a look at him. Alright guys, we got NECA's Jungle Disguise Dutch out of package here. I'll just apologize up front. I'm using a Galaxy S3 camera to film this, so it's not going to pick up all the detail. As a nice video camera would, but do the best we can here. Start off just looking at the figure. First impression is it's a fairly nice figure. Face sculpt definitely as good as the other Arnold sculpts for the Dutch figures. Definitely can tell the likeness to Arnold there. Going into the paint job, there is a difference between the prototype and the figure shown on the package and this figure, and that generally does happen when it goes to production. One of the major things I'm seeing here is around his eyes, forearms, and hands on the figure on the package. It showed more of a skin tone where the mud wasn't applied there. And on here, the mud goes like right up to his eye sockets, all over his hands. So that detail was lost in production. But on the picture on the package of his pants, they looked a lot more muddy, and you couldn't see the camo design as well. And on the production piece here, you can see that you can tell that there were camo pants, and they're lightly muddied. In the back of the pants actually are very camo-like. So the front just has the mud brushing on them. So that is a nice touch that they're not solid brown covered in mud. Nice reuse of parts, legs, boots, crotch, what we've seen before on the previous Dutch figures. Another reuse of parts was the forearm, hands on both sides, which it was noticeable right away because we have new bicep and shoulder pieces and torso and chest covered in leaves and mud, and you get to the forearms and they're very clean. So you can tell it's not real bothersome, but you can definitely tell that the forearms kind of stand out because they're so clean compared to the whole other part of the body. Nice torso, good detail. Another little gripe would be the shoulder joints, the gaps here you can see right here and right here, which didn't seem to be a problem on the other figures. It's hard to pick it up, but you can see there's clear deep gaps there when the figure's standing there, which is kind of bothersome. I'd almost prefer them to extend the traps of the figure out a little bit, or the chest. It might make him look a little bit more muscular too. I feel like the sculpt maybe doesn't show off Arnold's full muscularity in this pose. In the back too, back is a little narrow. If I had to gripe, too, the joints could have came out a little bit more to hide that. Overall though, very nice sculpt, very nice likeness, detail. So we're going to take a look at the accessories next. I'm not going to go into all the articulation. We've already seen that, plenty of reviews with the other Dutch figure, same articulation. You know, the highlights on this figure are it does have the ab crunch feature there where you can bend him down, which isn't very noticeably. It's hidden decently with the mud. And then all the other articulation's the same as the other figures, so I'm not going to waste your time with that. Alright, taking a look at the accessories that come with Dutch Jungle Disguise by NECA. Really impressed with the accessories with this figure, a lot more than I actually thought was going to come with this. And I also, in this picture, you can see the spears and arrows are still actually in the blister pack. So this is actually how they come behind the figure in the package. So we'll start off on the left here with this piece right here, which was actually on the Dutch figure in the package, which is, it's nice, it's flexible, it's the basically the rope that holds his little pouch there and has nice detail. You can see a little match hanging out of there with a red tip on it. It's hard to pick up in this picture, the detail. Well, that's nice, and it's contoured to fit his body perfectly. Next we have a torch here. Nice torch, nice detail. Again, hard to kind of pick up with my camera. The flame is translucent, rubbery plastic, just nice, real nice torch. Good detail on that. Then we have his bow here. It's his long bow that he created out of twigs, branches. Again, very nice detail on here. There is a piece that is connected right here. It's movable. You can see that, and I believe that piece is so that you can put his arrows in here to hold, so when it's on his back it's holding the arrows too. And then the string on here is flexible. It does make me a little nervous the way it's connected. It's kind of all one solid piece on here, not necessarily like the machine gun that came with the other Dutch figures where it was on a hook. This piece is rubber, one piece hooked into there, so I'd be very careful with that. It seems real flimsy. I'm not going to move it around too much. But again, very nice bow, the figure. Here are some more accessories, and I'm surprised that we got both the spear with the grenade round and a spear with the knife attached to it. I would have just assumed NECA would have had like an interchangeable piece, a tip for the end, but we actually got both spears. And then you can see too, really good detail on the spear and the knife with the color variation, the paint scheme on those. And then we have the third over here. We have an arrow with the grenade round on it. If you remember from the movie where he shot at the Predator and it blew up. And then we get 3 arrows. They appear to be the same sculpt, but it is nice that they included multiple arrows for the figure. So very nice accessories. Very nice paint job in all of them, detail. So definitely a plus for this figure to get all these wonderful accessories that were seen in the movie. Alright, just want to take a couple minutes to show you this Dutch figure all geared up here. Similar to the way he appeared on the package and in the movie with the torch and the spear here. The accessories fit really nice in his hands, nice and snug, which is nice, not falling out. And the bow cord fits nicely on his back, stays in position really well. Again, here you can see the arrows fit snugly into that little clasp that was on the bow. About 3 arrows fit in there comfortably. You could probably fit the extra arrow with the grenade round in there too if you tried. So he looks really good when he's all geared up. One thing I did notice though too is his hands. One of them is a different sculpt than on the other Dutch figures, and he doesn't have the trigger finger. But they didn't give him a hand to fit a arrow in between his fingers, which I thought was odd. So if they resculpted a hand, I figured for this figure they at least would have left a little gap where you could maybe even move the finger a little bit to squeeze an arrow in there, so you can put him in a pose actually firing the bow. But there is not, so you can probably fiddle with it and get a halfway decent pose, but you're not going to be able to do a full-fledged pose of him shooting an arrow with the bow, unfortunately. Finally, I just want to show you guys a comparison, the new Jungle Disguise Dutch with the previously released Dutch figures from Series 8. Fits real nicely into the line. Overall, really nice figure. Been waiting a long time for this guy to come out. I know a couple people made customs on YouTube, which were really nice, but it's really great to have a production piece of this so everyone can own it. True classic. Big Arnold fan. As you can see, you're probably wondering in the background, seeing this picture here. I have Arnold, big time Arnold fan. Predator, one of my favorite movies. I'll include some pictures here at the end of this review. As I mentioned earlier, the way I got this figure was through NECA's Jungle Disguise contest, so I'll post that picture up of the photo I submitted to win this figure. So again, thanks for watching. Definitely pick this guy up when he comes out. You're going to want him in your collection for sure. And good luck.
Now, there's no time. He's trying to kill you. Now, you got to get to the chopper. Now, get on YouTube and leave me a comment. Now, I will get back to you. Now.